wings?
Maybe someday you will.
There are plenty of animated movies from years ago that are still really popular today. But there's also lots of awesome animated films that don't get enough credit. We're bringing you 25 of the most underrated, forgotten movies that Gen Z might never have heard of. Keep watching to the end to discover a movie that has social distancing as a theme. With all this extra time on our hands, we'll be able to watch them all.
Let my people go!
If you want to see an alternative to the typical Disney princess, take a look at Atlantis, The Lost Empire. The 2001 Disney movie stars Kida, a warrior princess that's no damsel in distress. The story follows young adventurer Milo Thatch and his fellow explorers on their quest to find the lost continent of Atlantis. If you love it, there's a 2003 straight-to-video sequel too.
Say yach!
Yeah.
Hello, little prince.
Who are you?
On the subject of princesses, fans of the Disney franchise should watch The Swan Princess 2. Nest Family Entertainment and Rich Animation Studios made this 1994 movie, which is probably why it's not as well known as its Disney counterparts. It tells the rocky love story of Princess Odette and Prince Derek, the evil Lord Rothbart, and a swan spell. There are several straight-to-video sequels too if you get hooked. This 1997 movie from Fox Animation Studio has a starry voice cast. It includes Meg Ryan, John Cusack, Christopher Lloyd, Kirsten Dunst, Kelsey Grammer, and Hank Azaria. And it follows the eponymous heroine, Anastasia, as she tries to escape from freaky villain Rasputin and henchman Bartok. It's a classic rags to riches story with plenty of songs and the Russian royal family. What more could you want? Don Bluth directed it, and he's responsible for many of our entries. Another Don Bluth creation, Thumbelina tells the tale of the tiny thumb-sized girl. Jodie Benson provides her voice. She's most famous as the voice behind Ariel in The Little Mermaid, so there's reason enough to watch. But the plot is fun too. Thumbelina meets a fairy prince who saves her from the creatures of the woods, like the kidnapping toads. This 1994 Warner Brothers film is perfect for fans of fairy films, and so is our next entry. Ferngully, The Last Rainforest is worth watching for Robin Williams' turn as the voice of a bat alone.
Nobody cares about me.
I do, Batman.
But there are lots of other reasons to love this fairy film from 1992, not least its strong environmental message. It's about how the magical inhabitants of a rainforest fight to save their home from logging and pollution. Tim Curry and Christian Slater provide voices. There's a 1998 sequel too, which follows the fairies on their mission to rescue young animals from poachers. If it's adventure that you're after, then look no further than The Road to El Dorado. This movie from the year 2000 follows two con artists, voiced by Kevin Kline and Kenneth Branagh, on their quest for riches. The scammers get their hands on a map to the City of Gold. After getting lost at sea, they end up finding the fabled El Dorado, and the feisty Chell, voiced by Rosie Perez.
My only wish is to serve the gods.
The Emperor's New Groove is another adventure story from the year 2000, but this time from Disney. Despite its famous studio credentials, this comedy is often forgotten, but it's definitely worthy of your attention. Watch as the vain Emperor Kuzco, voiced by David Spade, tries to destroy a village to build a water park.
Come on, man! Nobody lives forever!
Watch as he's turned into a llama in a botched plot by Yzma, voiced by Eartha Kitt. And then he has to enlist the help of lowly llama herder Pacha, voiced by John Goodman. It's as wacky as it sounds.
We can figure this out.
I hate you.
While you're in an adventure mood, you'll want to give the sci-fi Treasure Planet a try. This 2002 Disney movie takes the premise of Treasure Island, but sets it in outer space. Expect alien worlds and out-of-this-world entertainment as we follow rebel hero Jim Hawkins, voiced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I think I just found your mind. Hold still.
It's a slacker-turned-hero tale that doesn't get the recognition it deserves. We've covered princesses, fairies, and adventures. So now it's the animals' turn. We're going all the way back to 1970 for this Disney classic. Into the jazz cafes of Paris, you'll fall in love with smooth-talking tomcat Thomas O'Malley.
Magnifique you all.
Who helps Duchess and her kittens Berlioz, Toulouse, and Marie. The Aristocats has a kidnap plot, or should we say catnap plot, That's perfect for fans of 101 Dalmatians. Sticking with cats, Oliver and Company from 1988 features the coolest stray kitty you'll ever see. The story was inspired by Charles Dickens' novel Oliver Twist, and this Oliver is a homeless kitten who falls in with the wrong crowd in New York, a group of dogs led by Dodger, who steal to survive. But Oliver's life is transformed when he meets rich girl Jenny. Speaking of dogs, if you love hounds, then you'll seriously love Lady and the Tramp. This Disney movie from 1995 is probably one of the better known films on our list, but it doesn't get anywhere near the hype it deserves, telling the love story of the two eponymous canine heroes. It's got stellar songs and an iconic spaghetti kiss moment. Nearly 50 years later, they made a sequel about the couple's son.
I'm gonna be the best junkyard dog there ever was!
And in 2019, there was a live-action remake.
That was just a bit of a lark, Little John.
The famous legend got the Disney treatment in this 1973 movie. Animals play the parts, with foxes as the eponymous hero and Maid Marian, a bear as Little John, and a badger as Friar Tuck. The rest of the Sherwood Forest crew are there too, as they battle the greedy lion Prince John, voiced by Sir Peter Ustinov. Stealing from the rich to give to the poor is still as relevant as ever. You might have heard of Disney's 1977 animation The Rescuers, but have you heard of The Rescuers Down Under? Those adorable mice came back from another adventure in this 1991 sequel set in Australia.
Higher!
The RAS agents, Miss Bianca and Bernard, are out to save a little boy and a golden eagle in this watch-worthy installment. We've covered cats, dogs, mice, woodland creatures, and even penguins. So next up is horses. The 2002 movie Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron, introduced viewers to the wild stallion of the title.
Oh no. Oh yes.
Although captured by humans, the horse refuses to let go of his dream to return home to the herd. If you love Spirit riding free on Netflix, then you'll want to watch the original that inspired it. We're back with Don Bluth and the Disney retelling of the famous Arthurian legend. You'd think that a movie featuring the iconic wizard Merlin would be more popular, but perhaps its 1960s animation style keeps it in the shade. We think its style is a big part of its charm. If you love the animation look of Sleeping Beauty, which Don Bluth also worked on, then you'll love this tale of English history. And Madame Mim is an excellent villain.
Rule 3, no disappearing.
Hello, my pretties. Hello, hello, hello.
Another Don Bluth offering, this time with an environmental message that fans of Fern Gully will appreciate. When an evil queen banishes the kind-hearted, flower-loving troll Stanley to New York City, he befriends two little kids in Central Park. It's worth watching for its ultimate thumb wrestle alone. Stanley's green one against the evil queen's stone-turning thumb.
A door. A magic door.
On the magical creatures theme, this 1991 movie is a genuinely freaky offering with actual jump scares. You can expect songs and amazing royal beards. The fairy tale film was produced in Wales and Hungary, and the result is pretty far removed from your typical Disney fare.
Hi.
Wait, Joaquin Phoenix voiced an animated bear? Well, in that case, obviously you're going to want to watch Brother Bear. This 2003 movie is a human-to-animal transformation tale, so it's perfect for fans of The Princess and the Frog. There's an important lesson too, naturally, but it's good fun, with the hunter getting a good cold dose of karma when he's lumbered with a talkative cub. There's a 2006 sequel too. Disney's 1996 movie about Quasimodo is one of its less popular animated releases, but you're missing out if you skip The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's worth watching for the gypsy dancer Esmeralda alone.
You helped me. Now I will help you.
But also for the songs and the storyline of good guys winning against evil. Many viewers will be able to relate to wanting independence from a mean government minister too. We're now into a Pixar movie that hasn't garnered as much attention as the studio's big hitters. This 1998 film features misfit Ant Flick, who's looking for warriors to save his colony from grasshoppers.
The colony is in good hands!
But the bugs he recruits turn out to be a troupe of circus performers. A bug's life is an important part of the Pixar theory too, which posits that every feature-length Pixar movie is connected. If bugs float your boat, then you'll want to get on board with ants. 1998 was the year for bug-based feature-length animations, it seems. This one features the voice of Woody Allen as neurotic Aunt Z.
What about my needs? What about me?
He tries to break free from his totalitarian society and win the affection of Princess Bala, voiced by Sharon Stone. The voice cast includes Sylvester Stallone, Jennifer Lopez, Danny Glover, and Dan Aykroyd too. The Prince of Egypt is the first traditionally animated film produced by DreamWorks, but there's more reason than just that to watch. Namely, Ralph Fiennes providing the voice of Ramses.
Wow, impressive.
In fact, this 1998 movie about Egyptian Prince Moses has a stellar voice cast all around, including Val Kilmer, Michelle Pfeiffer, Sandra Bullock, Danny Glover, and more.
Hello?
What if we told you that Macaulay Culkin appeared in animated form in a cartoon movie? You'd definitely be up for watching that, right? And you can, thanks to the Page Master. He stars as a lonely boy that gets trapped in a world of books in this part live, part animation offering. This film from 1994 is as crazy as it sounds. This 1995 movie about the outcast Balto, who's half wolf, half husky, is totally relevant to the current global situation. The brave hero risks his life with other sled dogs to bring medicine to children in Alaska. It's even based on a true story about an outbreak of diphtheria in 1925.
Balto, I'd be lost without you.
And yes, there are sequels to watch if you need more Balto in your life. Which movie are you most excited to watch? Be sure to let us know in the comments.